Today, we're diving headfirst into the realm of Wilds of Eldraine to reveal the top 10 cards that have the best shot to shake things up harder than your last protein shake. Forget about the knights in shining armor from Throne of Eldraine for a moment, because Wilds of Eldraine has us enchanted by horned whales, fairy pixie dust, and creepy mirrors. Starting our list at number 10, it's the Horned Lock Whale. It's a 6-mana 6/6 with flash, ward 2, and it enters tapped unless it's your turn. This is unique because unlike other flash threats in control decks, it can't block if it's cast on your opponent's turn. The adventure half of this card is why it makes the top 10 list. Lagoon Breach is a 2-mana answer to any attacking creature and becomes a game-winning threat later on in the game. This majestic aquatic creature is here to make a splash, and when it enters the battlefield, it even says, "Let's get this party crackin'." I know this is a whale, not a kraken, but yeah, you get it. Rolling in at number 9, it's Quick Study. This is a 3-mana instant that simply says, draw 2 cards. This is the first time this divination effect has been printed as an instant, which is why I think it's so good. Now, I've heard of late night cramming sessions, but this artwork takes it to a whole new level. The flavor text just speaks for itself. At number 8, we've got Stroke of Midnight. This is a 3-mana white instant that says destroy target non-land permanent. Its controller creates a 1/1 white human creature token. This is strictly better than Beast Within and Generous Gift in Commander, making this an instant staple in the format. It's like Cinderella's Curfew meets Preparation H. When it's gotta go, it's gotta go. Now, at lucky number 7, it's Elvish Archivist. It's a 2-mana green elf artificer that reads, whenever one or more artifacts enter the battlefield under your control, put 2 +1/+1 counters on Elvish Archivist. This ability triggers only once each turn. Whenever one or more enchantments enter the battlefield under your control, draw a card. It's been a long time since Wizards of the Coast has printed a 2-mana Enchantress card, and this one also gets better if artifacts are played as well, making this a slam dunk include in any artifact or enchantment deck, and there are a lot of them to choose from. This elf isn't just good with numbers, they're the MVP of card drawing equations. Elves and math, who knew? Crawling in at number 6, it's Blossoming Tortoise. This is a 4-mana turtle that says, whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks, mill 3 cards, then return a land card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Activated abilities of lands you control cost 1 less to activate, and land creatures you control get +1/+1. This turtle does a little bit of everything for ramp and lands matters decks, so what's not to love? It's a tortoise that's not in a hurry, but when it does decide to move, it wins the game a hair faster than creatures like this have in the past. Sorry for the hair joke, I just couldn't resist. Breaking into the top 5, it's Mosswood Dreadnite. This is a 2-mana green creature with trample, and when it dies, you may cast it from your graveyard as an adventure until the end of your next turn, and the adventure half is a 2-mana black sorcery that draws a card and loses a life. You can already see how annoyingly dominant this card can be in any Golgari-based mid-range deck. It just forces you to either exile it, or shuffle it into the opponent's deck, or exile it from the graveyard. Mosswood Dreadnite? More like Mosswood Goodnight. And now at number 4, it's the royal darling Regal Bunnycorn. This beautiful bunny's power and toughness are each equal to the number of non-land permanents you control. I didn't think Tarmogoyf could get power crept, but this might be the straw that breaks the Goyf's back. Move over, unicorns, it's a bunny with a crown. It's the cutest monarchy you've ever seen. Breaking into our top 3, we've got Agathas Soul Cauldron. You're gonna have to take a seat at the dinner table to read this one, cause it's a mouthful. You may spend mana as though or mana of any color to activate abilities of creatures you control. Creatures you control with +1/+1 counters on them have all activated abilities of all creature cards exiled with Agathas Soul Cauldron. Tap, exile target card from a graveyard. When a creature card is exiled this way, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. This is an infinite combo enabler because it can copy combo pieces from a graveyard, making cards like Walking Ballista a finally playable card for the first time in MTG history. It's a cauldron that's cooking up more than potions, it's cooking up mayhem. What can I say more than this is a huge flavor win? At number 2, it's the Moonshaker Cavalry. This is an 8-mana monstrosity of a crater hook behemoth with flying, and when Moonshaker Cavalry enters the battlefield, creatures you control gain flying and get +X/+X until end of turn, where X is a number of creatures you control. This card should have really given horsemanship given the literal horse stampede in the artwork. Luckily, I have Wizard's email. These Moonshakers aren't just creating lunar quakes, they're literally moonwalking their way into the spotlight. Michael Jackson would be proud. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for, our top card, Beseech the Mirror. This is a 4-mana triple black sorcery that has Bargain and says search your library for a card, exile it face down, then shuffle. If this spell was Bargain, you may cast the exiled card without paying its mana cost if that spell's mana value is 4 or less. Put the exiled card into your hand if it wasn't cast this way. I think this card makes its way into almost every competitive format and has already been making waves in modern mono black decks due to its ability to search shields with the Apocalypse, go figure, and the One Ring, go figure, and put them right onto the battlefield. This card is like the eternal debate with your mirror, but has you asking, mirror, mirror, can you win me the game? And it just delivers every time. Which card do you want to play with the most? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more chances to make your day better. See you next time.